Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. I ain't lying. It's back-to-back Judge Bryant. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Mr. Flanagan, can you put Ms. Gray's name behind Perkins so I...
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Stevenson, if I could put a recorder in the breakout rooms where you all talk to your clients, I would, because I don't believe that you all tell them to remain stationary. I don't believe it. Because everybody who is coming out of the waiting room is not stationary.
I don't know that this court has known us to not be truthful.
I know. I mean, what I'm saying is maybe if we had a tape recorder in there, it would show us that when you say what you say, it comes out something different, like on Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah.
The writing, though, is pretty...
Oh, the writing is clear.
consistent.
Mr. Wilson, you know we talking about you because he was walking around. Okay, I'm ready on Wilson. This is case number 24-458-7401. The People versus Ike G. Wilson. Defendant is charged with assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dawn McLeod appearing on behalf of the people.
For the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Ike Wilson. Mr. Wilson, sir, please unmute and say your first, middle, and last names.
Good morning, Ike G. Wilson.
Is your middle name G?
Yes.
I thought it was. No, I haven't seen Mr. Wilson before. That was somebody else with a middle initial.
You seen?
Oh, I have seen you.
Mm-hmm.
I knew. I felt like I remembered that. Okay. So today is the date set for pretrial conference. Ms. Stevenson.
Thank you, Your Honor. On behalf of Mr. Wilson, we would move for dismissal for the complainant's failure to appear.
Ms. McLeod.
Your Honor, the complaining witness is Aaron Amos. Our office contacted him on yesterday and gave him this information. I'm not sure why he's not here today, but we respectfully request, as this is the first pretrial, an opportunity to locate and notify Mr. Amos of his obligation to appear at these proceedings.
I mean, you sound like you know, notified him.
I didn't personally, but the note says that he was contacted and given the Zoom information, but I have no way of knowing why he has not checked into the meeting. He could be having technical difficulties. His name is Aaron Amos.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a Zoom issue, technical difficulties.
Oh, you just gonna try to capitalize on the little slight Zoom issue. But if I were you, I would too. All right. I'm going to give a shorter adjournment because someone from your office spoke to the complainant.
That is correct.
And so that you don't have to locate them, but you do need to notify them of their obligation to appear before the court, or the case is going to be dismissed. I'm going to give a brief adjournment. Mr. Flanagan. Oh, Mr. Wilson. Sir, do you work during these hours that you're coming to court here?
No.
Okay, so you don't, if I schedule it for next week, if I give the people a 1 week adjournment and schedule it for next week, Thursday, you would be able to attend?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to schedule it for next week, Thursday at 8:36. That's January the 16th. The complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed. I'm going to let in this unidentified device as we speak, but so that we can see if that's the person. And there's a George iPhone, but I don't know if that could be. I'm going to let both of these devices in, but if they're not the complainant, then we'll continue to that 1 week adjournment. Can the person identified as George iPhone please unmute and state your name?
George Cole.
All right, Mr. Cole, accept to join the breakout room and wait for a lawyer to come in to speak with you, sir.
Okay.
The person on the Samsung, can you unmute and state your name for the court?
Hi, Judge. My name is David DeLucia.
All right, Mr. DeLucia, please accept to join the breakout room and wait for a lawyer to come in to speak with you.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Wilson, we're going to go ahead and continue. All right, this is case number 234416301, the People versus April Marie Hollins. Defendant is charged with 1 count of guns, possessing while operating under the influence, and today is the date set for sentencing. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Sophia Burton appearing on behalf of the people.
And for the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. April Hollins. Ms. Hollins, ma'am, will you please say your first, middle, and last name?
Morning, April Marie Hollins.
Today is the date set for sentencing. On behalf of the people, are there any additions, deletions, or corrections to the pre-sentence report?
No, Your Honor.
On behalf of the defense, are there any additions, deletions, or corrections?
Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Hollins, we've had the opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report. Judge, can you give me just a second? I'm having a problem with the iPad. On behalf of Ms. Hollins, Your Honor, we've had the opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report. We did find it to be factually correct. We have no additions or deletions at this time. Ms. Hollins does stand ready for sentencing.
On behalf of the people, anything as to sentencing?
Your Honor, the only concern the people have is that Ms. Hollis submitted to a analysis that was positive for drugs and alcohol, marijuana and alcohol. And so that is a concern considering this particular offense involved alcohol. Other than that, the probation department has recommended or submitted a fair recommendation, and we'd ask the court to adopt it.
Ms. Stevenson?
So, Your Honor, we want to, when I happened to be down at the probation department on the day that Ms. Hollins submitted, started her pre-sentence investigation, and she had to go do her urinalysis, and she was like, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to drink.
She's not being honest. She's not being honest.
So I looked at it again today, and I did advise her. I'm like, okay, I don't think it's true that you didn't know. I do think it's true that you forgot, because the order was given. I think we've been moving through this case for about a year. But I said that just to say, so that the court could know that Ms. Hollins was at least doing what she could do. She wanted me to come talk to you about it on the date that she went to the PSI interview. She just was trying to be upfront, and that's the reason I brought that to the court's attention. So Ms. Hollins, I did ask her about her source of income, and she said that she used to work as security, and she's trying to get back into that field at this time. If she can't get a job doing security, then she's trying to get a job doing retail work. But she gets food assistance. That's the only other source of income that she has. So at first I was looking at the community service recommendation from the probation department, and I thought that was a little bit excessive. I've changed my mind on that because, I think that the court did remind us that somebody in this courtroom mentioned that sometimes when people do community service, that turns into a job. And I think that would be very helpful for Ms. Hollins. So, the charge that she's here for is that she is in possession of a firearm under the influence. We don't have anything like that reoccurring since the time she started coming to court on this case. She's been here. She's been in communication with me. She doesn't have any prior criminal history. She's not trying to avoid any responsibility in this case. She knows that she's probably facing an advanced sanction because of consuming alcohol while she was on probation. But I do believe, despite that, Your Honor, that Ms. Hollins knows how to follow directions, and she intends to do that so that she can move past this. And so I'm asking the court to follow the probation department's sentencing recommendation. Place her on a term of probation with which I believe she will speedily comply. Let her move forward with her life, Your Honor.
All right, would she like to address the court?
Ms. Hollins?
Yes, ma'am. I do understand that of my sentencing today, and I am willing to fully cooperate with the courts and the probation to move on and succeed in a timely manner with my probation.
Court is ready to impose sentence. I do so as follows. The probation department has recommended a term of probation of 12 months. I'm going to accept the recommendation for probation. However, the term of probation is 15 months with a final review date of January 14, 2026, an interim review date of February the 12th, 2025 at 10:00 a.m. The terms of the probation are as follows. You shall not violate any criminal law of any governmental unit. You must not leave the state without consent of the court. You must make a truthful report to probation on a monthly basis and notify probation immediately of any change of address, phone number, or employment status. You will pay the following fines, costs, and fees. The mandatory cost of $210, $100 attorney's fee, $400 fine, $525 oversight fees. That is at a rate of $35 a month. For the halfway point, it would be $263. A $100 assessment fee. Court is not going to impose the urinalysis fees, but that's because she can test outside the court if she was testing outside the court. And then the total fines, costs, and fees, not including any urinalysis or classes, is $1,335. For the halfway point, it would be $1,073. Additionally, you shall not use or possess any illegal substances. You cannot use or possess any marijuana without a valid medical marijuana card. You cannot use or possess any opiates without a valid prescription and letter of explanation from the doctor. You shall not consume alcohol in any form. You shall not drive without a valid driver's license. You shall not use or possess any handguns or firearms. You shall attend alcohol highway safety education level 1. You shall submit to random urinalysis twice per month. You shall attend outpatient treatment, Alcoholics Anonymous. You will complete 10 days of community service. That's equivalent to 80 hours of community service. You will attend the Victims Impact Panel, watch the consequences video. You will pay outstanding tickets that you owe with the 36th District Court. You will clear up all warrants that you have. You will attend the Choices program. Your first date, as I indicated, is February 12th, 2025 at 10:00 a.m. We will mail a copy of this order to the
Nothing from the people.
Your Honor, we have heard the court's order, and absolutely Ms. Hollins has indicated she intends to abide by the court order. I'm just, with regard to the Alcohol Highway Safety Education Program, would the court be ordering that this was not a drinking and driving related offense?
She had a gun while operating under influence. What are you saying?
I believe she was a passenger.
No, Your Honor.
Say that again.
I believe she was not operating a motor vehicle, Your Honor. There's no allegation that she was operating a motor vehicle.
Are we talking about, we're saying April Marie Hollins?
Yes, Your Honor, is charged with being in possession of a firearm while under the influence.
I apologize. Can somebody tell me what O stands for? What does O stands for? So, because I'm looking at the docket. So when I called the case, nobody corrected the case. Also on the, well, it is maybe correct. It says possession under the influence on the thing. So when I called the case, nobody corrected the case. It's OUI. So I don't know. I don't have the thing. So this says gun possessing OUI, operating under the influence. Isn't that what that stands for?
I'm not sure what it stands for, but she's charged with weapons, firearm possession under the influence.
Mr. Flanagan, so can we change it then?
Yes, Your Honor, that's what it is in the system. Weapons, firearms, possession under the influence.
So help me then. Why? Help me. That y'all not being honest. Help me with what is OUI on the docket then? Just tell me. I mean, somebody tell me. Mr. Flanagan, tell. What is gun possession OUI? What is that?
Operating under influence.
I know. So it's in wrong then. So somebody put it in wrong. It couldn't be correct. Somebody put it in wrong. It's in wrong because it's OUI. That means operating. The O stands for operating under the influence. But okay. So the O shouldn't be there. It should be just gun possession under the influence. Okay. So therefore, I will take away the victims impact panel and the consequences video and the driver's improvement program. All right. And the alcohol highway safety. See how 4 things come off because of that O? Okay. So that is okay. Let's correct it. Let's correct it. Let's correct it. All right. She has 3 warrants with the 36th District Court, so she needs to clear those up right away. Oh, I did not order, but let me go back. So I am going to add, I didn't add it, the handgun intervention. I will order that as recommended by the probation. So we're removing alcohol highway safety. We're removing victims impact panel, the consequences video and driver's improvement. Those are removed from my order. And then we are adding handgun intervention. All right, anything further?
From the people.
So, Your Honor, Ms. Hollins does have a phone number for Judge Millhouse's courtroom, and she'll call them and get those warrants taken care of as soon as we get done in here today. Would the court consider outpatient treatment if there are any further positive tests rather than ordering that up front, Your Honor?
No.
Other than that, we have nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. And let me just be clear as to why I'm not going to do that. I'm clear. I'm clear. When I speak, I'm clear. And yeah, when I speak, I'm clear. And so you can say she forgot and she can say she didn't know. But that also says to me then that she either didn't listen or didn't care. But I'm clear when I speak. So if it had been another judge that ordered that, maybe then I would say I can't guarantee that they told her. But I know that on at least 2 occasions, I said bond will continue, no drinking and no driving without a valid license. I say it. So we're gonna go ahead and do outpatient treatment. And if the outpatient treatment people say that she doesn't need it, then I guess we'll go from there. But no, it's in the order.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.